split some reps at that wideout position.
Stamps trying to get some momentum here. Have not been on Montreal's side of the field yet. Cornish tripped up. And it is a first down for the Stamps, their first down of this game.
A little sarcasm from the Calgary faithful.
Now Glenn goes to the sideline. Bo Levi Mitchell comes in. Actually, Bo Levi Mitchell comes in on running plays. This time, the toss outside. Unable to hang on is Anthony Parker. Another one of the many Calgary Dinos on the field here.
A unique formation there from the Calgary Stampeders. As you'll notice, they've only got the 3 offensive linemen inside. They sent the tackles out along the line in motion to be blockers on each side for the hitch pass. So Big Dan Federkyle, the right tackle, is out there battling with Billy Parker, trying to block for that hitch screen to Anthony Parker.
Over the top now. Nick Lewis, his first reception of this game, and he plows his way close to the 50-yard line of Montreal. Had to get to the 50 to move the sticks.
Well, this is a great effort by Nick Lewis, doing exactly what he's done for the last 9 years. Heart and soul guy for the Calgary Stampeders. Over 1,000 yards receiving every year in the CFL, but just watch him fight for those extra yards to put his team in a position to even gamble on third down, go after this one.
His streak now 161 straight games with at least a catch. So they're that far away. That means Bo Levi Mitchell time again. Glenn goes to the sideline. And they will no doubt go after this. Trailing 24 points. It's shell-shocked Stampeder team here early on.
Well, one of your keys offensively in terms of this decision to go for it. Obviously, you're out past midfield, less than a yard, which you should be able to get given the 1-yard neutral zone. But I mean, when Calvillo's on a roll like this, it's your responsibility to keep the ball out of his hands.
Bo Levi Mitchell goes straight forward, and he gets the 50-yard line. First down, Stampeders. Right you are, keeping Anthony Calvillo off the field, which for the most part they did last week. Calvillo didn't help himself, of course. His numbers were off offensively, completing only over 50% of his passes. Stamps looked awfully good, though, last week.
Well, they definitely did, but what a difference a week makes in a season where people are talking about parity across the CFL. Anything can happen any given weekend.
Look out now. Kevin Glenn dodges one and then meets Calgary Stampeders. The Angry Bird, as he is called. Kevin Glenn was lucky that he didn't lose his head on that blitz coming in.
Foul, roughing the passer. Montreal number 35. 15 yards from point of last scrimmage. First down.
So there is a roughing the passer call here. Take a look at Gerald Brown had him. And then Kairis Hebert lowers the boom. A roughing the passer call, though.
Well, the Alouettes let him off the hook with the flag here on the takedown on Kevin Glenn. It's like the tackle around the head there from Hebert.
First and 10 inside the 35. The blitz again, and unable to hang on is Joe West. Costly drop, needed to have that on the slant. And Kevin Glenn, as he told us yesterday, he said the Alouettes were going to be coming. They were going to be loading the box and bringing the house. That's what they're doing so far.
Well, they sure are. This time it's the free safety, Mike Edom. Comes on that sting, bringing the pressure on Kevin Glenn. He's got to get rid of it in a hurry, and it's the right execution. Edom comes right up the middle. That's a case where John Cornish, he's got a double read, and he's got to take the most dangerous guy, which is the safety up the middle, as opposed to the linebacker off the edge.
Here's the former Calgary Dino, play action. Sinopoli now. Brad Sinopoli lunges forward. First down, his second catch, and Brad Sinopoli, who made his CFL debut as a receiver a week ago in Montreal with 5 catches for 81 yards, has his second tonight.
Yeah, Sinopoli looking every bit the part out there at receiver. Spent his sophomore season at the University of Ottawa playing receiver, even though he had been recruited as a quarterback. The coaching staff under Denny Piché wanted to get this great athlete on the field while waiting for his turn under center. So he has some experience there, but getting his first shot at the pro level.
Here they come again. There goes Glenn over the top. He's looking for Rob Cote, who wanted an interference call, but the MO for the Alouettes right now, bear down and come after Kevin Glenn.
Oh, absolutely. Kevin Glenn hopes he can get some more plays like this out of Brad Sinopoli. Phenomenal catch, one of 5 he had for 81 yards last week in his receiving debut in the Canadian Football League. Saw this one on highlights all week.
9th play of the drive, 2nd and 10. Good protection this time. Glenn looks end zone for Nick Lewis and overshoots him, covered by Chip Cox. That means that the best the Stampeders will do is a field goal, and the streak on the line. Rene Paredes comes out again, 7 for 7 on the season, riding a streak of 25 straight. CFL record is 30 in a row, set by Paul McCallum. Paredes has been money inside the 40-yard line. This one from the 32, kick is up and make it 26 in a row. Stampeders are on the board, but they're a long way back. They'll need another 7 of those. Down 24-3. Rene Paredes, born in Venezuela, grew up in Miami, moved to Montreal, chases the number on his uniform. 30 field goals in a row set by Paul McCallum 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, and Paredes coming off a season in which he led the Canadian Football League in field goal accuracy. Continues that consistency to open 2013.
Look out now, Brandon Whitaker head down. Demetrius Morley is there to meet him, but a 13-yard pickup for Brandon Whitaker, who scored the first touchdown in this game. And the Alouettes offense slicing and dicing right now, in the air, on the ground.
Watch the gash that they carve here for Brandon Whitaker. He doesn't have to slow down at all. Josh Burke seals off the backside. Everybody else pushes it out to the right. Huge run lane for the Alouette running back.
Calvillo this time. Will he go back to the air? 21-point lead. No, back on the ground again. Whitaker again. 5 Stampeders bring him down.
Well, when you're the Alouettes, you want to use that run game and get that going a little bit. Bear in mind, you've got your 2 longtime starting guards, Andrew Woodruff on the left side, Scott Flory on the right side, both out with injury right now. So you've got Michael Ola and Ryan Bauman starting there. Let them get a little bit of confidence in the run game instead of pass blocking. You see Brandon Whitaker, another Alouette, whose numbers are down a little bit in the early going this season, averaging just 4.2 yards a carry so far this season.
2nd down and 8. Calvillo airs it out. In and out of the midst of S.J. Green, and so Sean White will come out and the Stampeders will get it back with 8:14 to go before halftime.
Important stop there for the Calgary defense as they try to regain a little bit of momentum in this football game.
Former special teams player of the year Larry Taylor when he was with Montreal a few seasons ago. Sean White. Again, the Stampeders were coming, could not get the block. Little backspin, went off the Stampeder. Larry Taylor was there, flags are there. Kevin Glenn comes back to operate again. His team in a big hole, down 24-3. The race of a lifetime has begun. Next stop, Vancouver on the Amazing Race Canada. Monday at 9, 8 Central on CTV. Olympic gold medalist and Amazing Race host John Montgomery. Not much of a race here so far tonight. The Alouettes sprinting out of the gate. 4 straight possessions before that previous punt they had scored on. 24-3 they lead. Looking for revenge from the loss last week. Now a big hole opens for John Cornish. That's his biggest game tonight.
Calgary's using formations here to try and widen out the edge a little bit and flatten that defense. They get the tight end on one side, bring Nick Lewis in on the left. That gives another gap to defend and brings the linebacker Hebert down. Lewis turns him out, and look at the hole for John Cornish to run through. Nobody in behind, because you're taking away that second level by adding gaps with extra men on the line of scrimmage.
First and 10, 13-yard gain. There's the pitch. Cornish again has daylight again. Tried the high hurdle and was shot down at midfield. 11-yard gain.
Calgary run game now starting to attack some different points. Getting it to Cornish. He gets a little jump start on that pitch from his quarterback Kevin Glenn. Plenty of room outside the edge. The Alouettes caught pinching between the tackles on that.
First and 10 again. Close to Montreal territory. The blitz comes. Glenn delivers far side for his old battery mate in Hamilton, Marquay McDaniel, and there's a flag down. You can add 15 to this because Kevin Glenn got mashed again.
Well, Kairos Hebert came on the blitz.
The passer, Montreal number 34. 15 yards at the end of the play. First down.
That's 2 on Kairos Hebert tonight.
Seeing it at full speed, I thought this was a real close call. Hebert's the end man at the top of that line. He's unblocked as they've got them outnumbered. Ball just out of Kevin Glenn's hands. Hebert follows through on the hit. Costs him 15.
A net of 27. The Angry Bird is going to have to amp down a little bit here. Another drive that, aided by penalty, brings it close to the red zone. Play action twice. Rob Cote far side. Cote bashes his way inside the 20-yard line. First he got rid of Jeff Tisdale and then kept plowing away. Rob Cote, 12-yard pickup.
Cote doesn't get a lot of touches in this offense with all the weapons around him, but a versatile player. Fullback, plays a little bit of tight end, H-back kind of guy, former outstanding receiver in junior football before joining the Stamps. They get him in motion that time, does a terrific job picking up some yards after the catch.
Played his junior football in Victoria with the Rebels inside the red zone now. Glenn, the blitz again. Joe West now. West loses his lid, hangs on to the football. Joe West has been a touchdown maker for the Calgary Stampeders so far this season. 3 touchdowns. That leads the Stampeders through 3 games.
Rod, you're seeing pressure continue to come. Montreal loading it up, coming after Kevin Glenn. Mike Edom here. He's got to show a little bit better judgment after you see that call on Kairos Hebert. On that one, leave the quarterback alone. Don't risk a flag.
Key second down now for the Stampeders. They'd like to see Paredes get this streak, but they need touchdowns. Here they come again. He delivers it. And into the end zone. Is it a touchdown? No, they're ruling down at the 1-yard line. That would have been Anthony Parker's first CFL touchdown, but he's denied at the goal line.
Well, Anthony Parker, a guy who made all sorts of highlights on this very field as a member of the University of Calgary Dinos. Parker versus Parker, Anthony against Billy on this one. Very nearly #1 for the 3rd overall pick in the 2011 CFL draft.
Now here's the rub. It's 1st and goal for the Calgary Stampeders, but the Montreal Alouettes, this is where they excel. Goal line stands, as we saw last week against the Stampeders.
Yeah, they sure did. Came up with a huge stand in this very situation against Calgary a week ago.
Levi Mitchell throws through the uprights and finds the receiver Tim St. Pierre, but there's a penalty flag in the end zone. And will this count?
Offside. Montreal number 91. Penalties declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Yes, it will. Tim St. Pierre, former Eskimo fullback, guy who does some long snapping too, has a touchdown.
Yeah, this is a terrific play call from Dave Dickinson, mixing it up. The Alouettes have been terrific over the last couple of years in these situations. They take a different tack to get on the board with a major.
He just had a special touchdown, his first ever CFL major.
Yeah, a guy who's used to doing the dirty work gets a little bit of glory on that one. Former outstanding linebacker at St. Mary's University in Halifax, has become a fullback here in Calgary. Rewarded for his hard work on that play.
Suddenly the Stampeders are right back in this thing, down 2 scores, but the momentum is theirs. Noel Devine gets tripped up. There's a penalty flag on the play at the 20-yard line. St. Pierre comes up limping on that special team coverage.
On the return, holding. Montreal number 43. Half the distance to the goal line. First down.
Serious momentum turn here. Alouettes now have a long field. All the scoring in this game so far has come to this end zone. The teams with this win.
Well, very important for the Montreal Alouettes to change that trend, Rod. Stem the tide here as the Calgary Stampeders have completely turned this thing around.
Anthony Calvillo, who was 6 for 9 in that opening quarter, has not completed a pass in the second quarter so far. Closing in on the 3-minute warning. Brandon Whitaker gobbled up right there.
Somewhat limited options offensively for Anthony Calvillo. Given the field position, you want to play it safe.
Well, the second down guys are S.J. Green and Jamel Richardson, who normally are 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 on second down conversions. The Alouettes this season, however, so far are dead last in the CFL in second down conversions. They need one here. Calvillo protected over the top. And hanging on and bringing it in is Jamel Richardson on a second down conversion that they needed. That's the 3-minute warning before halftime. Well, earlier tonight, Calgary sports scene tragically lost a legend. Billy Powers was amongst many things. The news director at News Talk 7070, former media coordinator for the Stamps, retired in 2009 after almost half a century in the sports broadcasting and communications business. Today, before the game, there was a moment of silence for Billy and his wife, Donna Lee, who were tragically lost a few weeks ago. And seat number 1 in the McMahon press box will forever be dedicated to the memory of Billy Powers. 3-minute warning on the field. We'll come back to McMahon Stadium.